say, what could I say, what could I say to convince you? You're the closest to perfect that I've ever seen.
Morning guys, we thought we'd take the opportunity, it's a beautiful weekend, to go out and do a day trip on Saturday. So we thought we'd come out to Esk. There's a beautiful little track that we discovered about 6 months ago. We were doing a bit of a recce out this way for possible trips to do, and we stumbled across a little four-wheel drive track that comes out the back of Esk and heads up towards Blackbutt.
Yeah, Blackbutt.
And it's not a severe four-wheel drive track or anything like that, but it's a nice little touring track. Takes a little route up through some hills and the driving's not too bad. So we'll go up to Blackbutt, and then from there there's a couple of national parks, really small ones that we came across on last time we were up that way. Found some info at the information centre, and we stayed at a caravan park there, and they had some really good intel on it. And there's a old railway tunnel that's no longer used. I can't remember the name of it, so I'll tell you that a bit further down the track. And there's also a small little national park which we'll duck into as well. So we'll see how it goes. Might be a bit more than we could chew on one day, but we'll see what happens, and we'll let you guys in on how we go. And so stay tuned, and you'll catch up with us along the way. So this little side road that we discovered about 6 months ago, it's not serious four-wheel driving, but it's a nice little side track to get up from Esk to Blackbutt. It's mostly just dirt. There's nothing too tricky with it. We just walk you up here. It's mostly just dirt, and it's just well graded. There are some sections a little bit further on which gets a little bit more interesting, but it's nothing too taxing. And yeah, it's just a nice little diversion to get up to the mountains, and then we'll see what we see from there.
Hard to get going this morning. It rained last night and it was really foggy, but so glad we came out. It's turned into a really beautiful day, and yeah, nice and sunny and beautiful blue skies. Good day to be out and about.
This here is one very, very lucky lizard. Nearly ran over him, but we didn't. We just missed him. But yeah, still kicking. He's very wary. He ain't gonna move.
So this is where the exciting part of the day starts, really, isn't it?
I don't know, is it? We'll see.
The track is called Waterhole Gully Road, and the sign says four-wheel drive, high clearance four-wheel drive only.
So we'll see what it's like a bit further up. We've done this track before. I think it's just really steep. I wouldn't bring a caravan or a camper trailer or anything like that down here, but yeah, as long as it's dry, it's pretty easy. You can get all-wheel drive through here without too many problems.
All right, let's go. to stop in Blackbutt for our lunch stop.
It's really busy.
It's really busy.
And we're not big fans of being really busy, so we just dropped in and we did a sneaky toilet break, and we've just bailed and heading a bit further into Yarraman, and there's a nice little rest stop here. There's a little creek, so the boys are real keen to get down. I think it's Harland rest stop, is that what it's called?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, it's a nice spot. It's got a little seat here and place to rest. Oh, and people are just rocking up. But anyway, we
were the only ones here, because someone else is driving in now.
We've managed to score the little shelter with the table and chairs. So
it's all good.
It's all good so far. Now we're onto just a bit of sightseeing and some bits and pieces as we travel back home. So we're going to a place called the Palms National Park. It's only a real small national park. Did a bit of reading about it. There's a bit of a walk, so we'll go and stop there. And after that we keep heading further south through Kooyar, I think it's called. And then we're going to the old tunnel where the trains used to travel through. But apparently there was an old line that used to go through there that used to service the local community. And it's now abandoned, obviously, so the tunnel's still there. You can't walk all the way through it because there's bats halfway through, apparently. But anyway, we'll see how we go. We just pulled into the Palms National Park. Just a quick heads up, if you're coming from the north, there's two parts of it. So you drive through the first part, that makes sense, and then you keep going, and then there's a second part to the Palms National Park, and that's where this little area is here. So this little area here is just a little car park. There's a walk and an information board. There's some seats and places to have a bit of a picnic, and that's pretty much about it. So we're going to go for a quick walk. I think it's only a 600-metre walk. It looks like we walk up sort of a creek valley, lots of palms, funnily enough. And yeah, we'll go and have a gander and fill you in when we get back.
I think we actually have one. Because we might have a small one with this shot. Going back to That's a very big stuff.
It's massive.
Does it say how big it is?
It says it's 300 years old. It's 30 meters high.
30 metres.
I
Doesn't
would,
sound very high, but look how thick it is at the base.
I would not like to climb that.
we just finished the walk. It's just a 600 metre loop, nothing too difficult. A couple of steps, so yeah, it's not like you can bring a pram down there, but it's quite an easy walk to walk along. There's a couple of boardwalks and bits and pieces, and other things. There were some trees with little boards so you can read what type of tree they are. So it's only a small little national park, but it's certainly a good place to come and visit.
Definitely worth a little stop. You wouldn't plan to come here for a whole day, but yeah, definitely worth a stop in, and definitely a good walk if you've got young kids. Easy walk, and yeah, nice.
Yeah, worthwhile.
What could I say, what could I say, what could I say to convince you? What could I say, what could I say, what could I say to convince you? You're the closest to perfect that I've ever seen. What could I say, what could I say, what could I say to convince you?
There's a good chance I'm bodging the name here, but we're at the Muntapa Tunnel. There's a kilometre walk, which we're just going for a bit of a look at. It looks like you start off sort of up the top and walk around into a bit of a cutting and then head into the tunnel. There's some good facilities here actually. There's a drop loo, picnic tables. What else is there? There's a big information board which tells you about the history of it. So, yeah, pretty cool spot so far.
Pretty good so far.
There's nothing I could ever do to deserve you. There's nothing I could ever do to deserve you. It's not that I'm such a bad guy, you're just out of my league. There's nothing I could ever do to deserve you. Get so lucky. I'll never know, but I know what I got and I won't let go. Every chance I get, gonna let you know. I know I'm the lucky one, lucky your heart's mine to hold. Lucky your heart's mine. What could I say to convince you? What could I say, what could I say, what could I say to convince you?